Hi, welcome to a new topic. We are going to discuss about mentoring. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. Divya Vallipadavil. I'm a registered nurse and I did my master's in psychology and my master's in hospital administration. And I finished my PhD in educational psychology, and I'm working as a college professor. Today, we are going to discuss a topic on mentoring. Um, so, I know everybody thinks mentoring is somebody that we guide, somebody that we give thoughts or give advice about. So, let's discuss about what is actually mentoring. Mentoring is when someone shares their knowledge, skills, and experience with another person to help them to progress. So it's merely about giving the knowledge that we have and the skills and the experience that we can help one person to progress. So let's see what's the concepts about mentoring. Mentorship is a professional working alliance in which individuals work together over time to support their personal and professional growth, development, and success of relational partners through a provision of case and psychosocial support. So, these are the concepts, which means that helps in not only the personal, professional, but also help in the developmental of the successful relationship between, the friends, partners through a by giving a support. That's what actually mentoring actually means. Who can be a mentor? And next question that comes to our mind is, hey, can I be a mentor? What is the purpose of being a mentor? Let's see what's some of the purpose of mentoring. The purpose of mentor is to help to grow as a person and become the best version of yourself. They may involve and help you achieve personal or career goals, introduce you to new ways of thinking, challenge your limited assumptions, and sharing life lessons. So this is the main purpose of mentoring. It is um, it is to help in the personal as well as your career goals. This is to also introduce new ways of thinking. It doesn't have to be routine thoughts. It can be thinking outside the box, a little more creative and innovative ways of thinking. When it comes to personal or in your career goals, we always look upon to a mentor who, or for example, a role model who would we always look up to. Hey, this is something she's very successful about, or he's very successful about, and what is one thing that I can get an inspiration from that person. So, mentor is also an inspirational person, a role model as well. So, challenging your limited time assumptions, some assumptions that we have, and open up from those assumptions, and working a little bit more in a wider perspective. And then sharing some life lessons as well. So whatever that experiences that we have or other people have, sharing those are some of the purposes of mentoring. Let's see what are the types of mentoring. One is the peer to peer, another is to a peer to a group. Peer to a peer is just a friend to a friend. Hey, why don't you do this way? It'll help in your business, or it'll help in your career, or help in your family life, or any things that we want to share with one friend to other. Whereas peer to a group is, if I'm going to channelize or bringing changes that we want to bring in a person, and training them is a peer to a group where we can talk about mentoring. What are some of the traits of good mentor? Being a good listener is a first good trait of a mentor. Asking good questions, showing empathy, being encouraging and supportive, self awareness, personable demeanor, giving constructive and honest feedback. So these are some of the traits of a good mentor. So of course, being a good listener itself is a good quality that we have to develop as being a mentor, because they may have so much to say, but hearing, giving a ear to what they have to say. And when we can ask some good questions of what is something that's bringing issues in their home, or issues, why they are not able to grow in their personal or their professional or their family life. And other very important is to show empathy with people. There's a big difference between what is sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is to do a lot with listening and then saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry," or I'm here to listen to you. I'm here for you. But whereas empathy is a little bit more to sympathy. Empathy is taking a mile more than what we see in sympathy. Empathy has more to do with actions. So if a person is going through real hard time in their life, in their family life, or if it is to do with their career, or if they're personal, we have, hey, I'm there to support you, and taking a mile to find if a person lost a job or they're laid off, finding some job opportunities and sharing with them, or sometimes even going to an extent where you apply for them, and then and then they are able to find a job, and or if they are going through a real crisis in their family, being with them. Sometimes empathy doesn't have to do just with actions. Just be there next to them to make them feel that they are there to support them. Being encouraging and supportive is also part of being empathy. And of course, being self-aware of who we are and what is our intention to give to the person who we are listening to. And understanding the personal needs and wants, and giving constructive and honest feedback. It's how a person can grow. If there is a crisis in the family, what are some ways that they can do better in their in their family life, or if they feel that they are okay from their perspective, and if they are having challenging issues with kids or the spouse, to say to them, hey, what, there are some places of improvement that you could do for them to have a good attitude or good behavior in or change in the attitude in the family life. So those are some traits of a good mentor. Let's see what are the 3 A's of mentorship. Is It's very important that we are available for a person when they want to talk to us, and being very analytical, and of course an active listener. So these are 3 A's of a mentor. Um, what are the 5 pillars of mentorship? It's interest, investment, involvement, inculcation, and inspiration. These are the 5 I's of which are the pillars of mentorship. Showing an interest to a person, that's very important. And giving investment is a time, is what that we are giving to the person when we are going to mentor. And the involvement that we show in their life is also one of the pillar of mentorship. What is involvement? For example, I would just want to give is when a person want to talk, or show it in action. Hey, I'm unable to go to a psychologist. Showing an involvement or interest in their life, and taking them to a psychologist that is involvement of mentorship. So that is the exact meaning of mentorship. Is, as I told, we are going above and beyond in a person's life, and being an inspiration, being a role model. All these are pillars of being in mentorship. Next is about development of a mentor. If for the first development of a mentor is to build trust, number 2 is respect, 3 is expectation, 4 is communication. An essential element of a mentor is to be fully present. So these are some of the development of a mentor, or the qualities that we expect of a mentor, is first to develop trust. It's very important that you communicate with the other person and build a trust. And of course, to gain respect is the knowledge that we provide, the skills that we provide, the experiences that we share brings respect for us. And maybe we are not giving them the advice of how they want to take their life. We can give some works of goals that they can work on, so that they have expectations to build on, how to face challenges in life. And of course, communication plays a great barrier I mean plays a great role in our mentorship. It's very important that we communicate very clearly, and to clear, concise, and giving them short-term goals and long-term goals on how to improve themselves in their life, in their personal life, their married life, and of course their career life as well. Uh, Next is about primary obligations of a mentor. What are the some of the obligations? Is to provide guidance. We are not making judgments, or we are not giving them what they have to choose. Giving them options. Being a mentor is very important. So giving them guidance when they are going through a wrong track. Saying that that may be a wrong way that you may be taking. It is good if you would take this direction, is a guidance, a proper guidance, an advice, a feedback, a support that a person needs, is a good mentor's behavior. As well as being the good role model, teacher, counselor, advisor, sponsor, and an advocate. You provide your mentee with all their tools for them to be able to become a better version of themselves. So we are there completely for this person, going a little bit above and beyond to give the guidance, to give a feedback, and it is very important. It is not about setting short-term goals or long-term goals. It is very important of a mentor to see if they are following through the goals, and also to check with them in their day-to-day life, if the feedback of the goals, if they are able to attain, or what is hindering them, or what is a way a mentor can help them or support them to attain those goals. And the 11 rules of responsibilities to build a better mentor and mentee relationship is to accomplish goals, as I said, build trust through engagements, challenge each other with open ended questions instead of close ended questions. Say, oh, this is what you need to do. No, that's not what a mentor's. What are some ways that interest you? Finding ways of interesting that person. If they have certain capabilities, finding what are their the way where they can improve themselves, finding their interests, finding their abilities, their capabilities, and challenging on with those abilities and capabilities is a mentor's responsibilities. And facilitate learning opportunities. Of course, being a mentor is not just telling them or giving advices, but also to be part of them, buying a wonderful book about how to grow in their life, or positive ways of living, talking or doing a wonderful travel with the person would facilitate learning opportunities. And of course, provide feedback going both ways, not just one person. What is one way that would help you, me talking to you, what are some ways that can improve your lifestyle, is also one ways of facilitating learning opportunities and finding the feedback in both ways. Following through with avoid generic tips, sharing core values, of course, keeping the values and morals of mentor is also very important. Yes, it's very important that we can maintain friendship and Of course, being a mentor is always being a good guide, being a support, but always maintaining their core values and morals is very important. As well, maintain mutual respect for each other, to understand that they have a family, they have children, they have a career, they have a lot of responsibilities in life. And of course, understanding the client, understanding the mentor also has family and challenges that they have to do is also very important. Of course, creating effective and open communication, as I already mentioned, and have constructive feedback between, finding what are some ways of, to improve themselves, and share personal goals are very important. And one thing that I also want to add on is, when a mentor is giving all those things and listening to hearing the crisis of a person, it is also very important that mentors mental health is also as good, to provide inspiration to, of course, doing good exercises, doing good yoga, reading a lot of books. When we are a mentor, it is very important that we keep our mental health very, putting mental health very important, and keeping ourselves healthy as well. I want to also share the picture that I chose, how the strings are connected from one person to other, is how we peers help other person to grow. It's a small thread that connects one person to the other for everybody to grow into a beautiful chain. So I just want to wrap up this saying that the mentoring is a beautiful way of helping and guiding another person, and to see that the person has developed a good constructive feedback, is what a good mentor's relationship and a good mentoring is. So this concludes what is mentorship, and we discussed on the different the traits, the mentorship pillars of mentorship, the development of mentorship, the primary obligations of mentorship, and the 11 roles and responsibilities to build mentor and mentee relationship. So this concludes our mentoring topic. Thank you.